Is it time to buy or sell Opendoor Technologies stock? In this video, we're diving deep into Opendoor Technologies. Our initial report was published on our website on Thursday, the 11th of September, 2025. And now we're here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You don't want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and get free price predictions and deep analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Since the 7th of July 2025, our system has ranked Opendoor Technologies as a hold accumulate, assigning it a score of 0. Now, let's examine the stock's performance during this time frame. Over this period, the stock has significantly exceeded our expectations, achieving a remarkable gain of 1,581.59% since we first recommended purchasing Opendoor Technologies 48 days ago. This performance results in an average return of 32.95% per day, since it was categorized as hold accumulate. A score of 0 suggests that our system predicts considerable volatility and risk for the upcoming trading day. In light of recent developments, we are unable to ascertain the stock's next direction, as it could potentially move in either direction. The stock has broken through a very wide and strong short-term upward trend, indicating an even stronger rate of increase ahead. For any potential pullback, there will now be support at the level of $6.86, a point that may offer a second chance to capitalize on upward movement. The current 3-month trend suggests a possible change of 822.18% over the next 3 months, with a potential return ranging between 312.6% and 501.34%. Looking at the longer term, our 12-month analysis indicates a projected change of 7.58%. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could vary from negative 93.12% to positive 7.58% over the upcoming year. In current terms, this would place the future price somewhere between 72.4 cents and $11.32. Our latest daily update for Opendoor Technologies includes the headline, High Volatility in Opendoor Technologies Inc. stock price on Thursday, which ended trading at $10.52. The Opendoor Technologies Inc. stock price gained 79.52% on the last trading day, which was Thursday, the 11th of September, 2025, rising from $5.86 to $10.52. During this trading day, the stock fluctuated 44.20%, with a low of $7.42 and a high of $10.70. The price has risen in 8 of the last 10 days and has increased by 161.69% over the past 2 weeks. Volume has also increased, with 767 million more shares traded than the day before. In total, 1 billion shares were bought and sold for approximately $10.7 billion. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest stock price was $10.70, while the lowest price was 50.8 cents. Currently, the price is 1.68%, or 18 cents, below the 52-week high, and 73.19%, or $28.72, below the all-time high on February 11, 2021, when the price reached $39.24. Opendoor is experiencing significant gains today following a substantial leadership change. Kaz Nejatian, an executive from Shopify Operations, has been appointed as the Chief Executive Officer. Co-founder Keith Rabias has taken on the role of chairman, and the original founders have returned to the board. The stock surged approximately 60%, reaching around $9.50, marking a multi-year high as options traders and retail momentum surged. In the near term, we can anticipate increased volatility and potential for further gains driven by meme stock activity, options gamma, and short covering. While the gains can be swift, they may also be fragile, and profit-taking could lead to sudden pullbacks. New board capital and media momentum might support a rally lasting from days to weeks, but the price movements will largely depend on market sentiment. Over the long term, the significance of this appointment will hinge on the new management's performance. Nejatian's operational background, coupled with a founder-led board, could enhance cost discipline, facilitate platform changes, including artificial intelligence tools, and improve margins, all of which would warrant a higher valuation. However, factors such as sensitivity to the housing cycle, execution risks, and potential dilution if additional funds are required must also be considered. Ultimately, sustained growth will rely on tangible operational advancements and favorable conditions in the housing market, rather than just media headlines. Analyst ratings. On the 6th of August, 2025, it was reported that Citigroup assigned Open a sell grade with a downgrade action. On the 22nd of July, 2025, it was reported that Morgan Stanley assigned Open an overweight grade with a hold action. On the 16th of April, 2025, it was reported that Citigroup assigned Open an outperform grade with a hold action. On the 28th of February, 2025, it was reported that Citigroup assigned Open a neutral grade with a hold action. On the 14th of May, 2024, it was reported that UBS assigned Open a market outperform grade with a hold action. Analysts have assigned a general sell rating to Opendoor Technologies stock. They classify the price-to-earnings ratio as strong sell and the price-to-book ratio as buy. Regarding return on investment, the analysts have also rated the stock as strong sell. The following signals have been identified for Opendoor Technologies. The Opendoor Technologies Inc. stock exhibits buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, suggesting a positive outlook for the stock. Additionally, there is a general buy signal indicated by the relationship between these two averages, where the short-term average remains above the long-term average. In the event of downward corrections, there will be support from the lines at $6.61 and $3.77. A drop below either of these levels will trigger sell signals. A buy signal was initiated from a pivot bottom point on Thursday, the 31st of July, 2025, and since then, the stock has risen by 471.74%. Further increases are anticipated until a new top pivot is established. Moreover, there is a buy signal derived from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, or MACD. The volume is increasing along with the price, which is deemed a favorable technical signal. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving average convergence divergence, buy signal. Pivots, buy signal from 30 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal from 113 days ago. Short-term moving average, sell signal from 12 days ago. Long-term moving average, buy signal from 49 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages indicates a buy signal from 47 days ago. If we examine the 12-month chart, we see short moving average, buy signal from 24 days ago. The long-term moving average, buy signal from 44 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages shows a buy signal from 39 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you want to discover more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for Opendoor Technologies. Currently, there is no support from accumulated volume below today's level. Given the right conditions, the stock may experience significant declines in the coming days. This stock exhibits considerable daily movement, also known as volatility, and with a notably wide prediction interval from the Bollinger Band, it is categorized as very high risk. Over the past day, the stock fluctuated by $3.28 between its high and low, equating to a change of 44.2%. In the previous week, the stock demonstrated an average daily volatility of 21.33%. Before we dive into the potential trading levels for Opendoor Technologies, let's quickly review some essential fundamental data. First, let's discuss the price-to-earnings ratio, commonly known as the PE ratio. This important metric compares a company's current share price to its earnings per share. A negative PE ratio indicates that the company is experiencing negative earnings or is operating at a loss. Even well-established companies can face downturns, often due to factors beyond their control. However, consistently negative PE ratios may signal inadequate profitability and potential bankruptcy risks. In other news, the upcoming earnings report for the third quarter of 2025 is anticipated on the 6th of November, 2025. Analysts' consensus estimates are set at -7 cents. It is important to monitor these figures, as they can significantly influence stock prices. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for Opendoor Technologies. There is no significant resistance from accumulated volume above, which suggests the stock could move upwards swiftly under the right conditions. In this scenario, you might consider entering a position and using volume to determine the optimal time to exit. Conversely, there is no significant support from accumulated volume below, indicating that the stock could potentially drop sharply under certain conditions. It is advisable to proceed with caution and consider placing bets only if you are an experienced trader who knows how to navigate such situations. The combined average rating for Opendoor Technologies from multiple analyst sources is to sell. Now let's examine some recent insider trades. On the 28th of August, 2025, Radhakrishna Shrisha made an insider purchase of 1,600 shares of common stock. On the same day, Radhakrishna Shrisha conducted another insider purchase of 28,400 shares of common stock. On the 15th of August, 2025, Radhakrishna Shrisha recorded an insider purchase of 0 shares of common stock. On the 21st of July, 2025, Shab Sydney executed an insider sale of 30,000 shares of common stock. On the 15th of July, 2025, Shab Sydney conducted an insider sale of 17,236 shares of common stock. Analyzing the 100 most recent insider trades, we found that the insider power is positive, with a ratio of 25.510. In total, insiders have purchased 7,475,978 shares and sold 5,127,483 shares in the last 100 trades. Our recommended stop loss is set at $10.17, which represents a decline of 3.36%. This stock experiences very high daily fluctuations, creating a significant risk factor. The 14-day relative strength index stands at 82, further elevating the risk involved. Notably, there is a buy signal generated from a pivot bottom identified 29 days ago. Is Opendoor Technologies stock a good buy? Opendoor Technologies Inc. presents several positive signals. However, these do not suffice to classify it as a buy candidate at this time. Currently, it is best regarded as a hold candidate, indicating that investors might consider holding or accumulating shares while waiting for further developments. Due to minor weaknesses observed in the technical analysis, we have adjusted our recommendation for this stock from a buy to a hold since our last evaluation. After examining the volatility and movements of the most recent trading day, our systems indicate that the current price appears to be overvalued. For trading on Friday, September 12th, we anticipate Opendoor Technologies will open lower by 97 cents, beginning at a price of $9.55. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money, and that you should consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. You should not base your investment decisions on StockInvest.us. By using the information provided, you agree and accept responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current view of the stock. Do you agree or disagree? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. What is your target for the stock? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and a wonderful day from all of us here at Stock Invest.